up? I am live and welcome to my crazy long hair. Let me get this sort of fixed in. There we go. It's a little bit better. What's going on, everybody? Doesn't seem like anybody. Yo, what's going on, Mark? How you doing, brother? Yeah. So it's always the beginning of these things is a little. What's going on, Tyler? How you doing? The beginning of these things is always a little weird. People start trickling in and all that. So it's always cool to get the early people in. I always ask what they're sending. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Freddie? How you doing? Yeah, man, hair is getting crazy. I know it is getting way too long. What's going on, Tom? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. How you doing, my friend? Um, Christian, hey, just subscribed. I hope you're doing well. Hey, thank you very much, Christian. I really appreciate it. Brian, what's going on? Saw you earlier, man. Send it a day. Send a piece for her. Okay, I haven't tried send a piece for her. What's everybody else's scent of the day today? Earlier, if you saw on my Instagram, I was wearing Grange from Perfumology. Really, really like this scent, and the more and more I wear it, the more and more I'm really enjoying it. It just has this aquatic opening with its fig and tobacco, sort of boozy, sweet in the middle, but a woody dry down, really good. Millesime Imperial, nice. Nice, Brian, nice. I didn't know you tried Grange. And then tonight, I'm actually wearing Centerpiece from 40,160 Tuesdays. Incense Oud, nice. Grange is good. I have a sample. Nice. Black Phantom, good. Awesome. Awesome. Good to see people in here, man. Yeah, Centerpiece from 4,160 Tuesdays, man. I don't know if anybody's tried this. Promise by Frederick Malone. Nice. Good one, Christian. This is a musky, vanilla, honey, but like the musk is really prominent on me. I wouldn't say that this is a gourmand per se. Sarah McCartney from 4,162. She just makes these awesome fragrances that are almost gourmand but not really. Um, and as more and more people come in, Acqua di Gio Profumo, classic, great one. I every time I wear Acqua di Gio Profumo, that scent DNA reminds me of high school. Like it's just, I'm not saying that it's a high school scent. It just reminds me of high school because Acqua di Gio, the original, was a scent. One of the first scent. It was the first scent that I bought for myself in high school, and I remember back then when it was just like everyone was. It was a good scent for high school. Let's just say. Um, but yeah, as more and more people come in, I know a couple of reviewers come in. Versace Pearl, love that, love Versace Pearl. That still should get that made number one on my designers for life list. I think. Um, Great scent. And like I was saying, as more and more people come in, I know a couple reviewers come in. I like to get their feedback too, to share with you guys some information and ways, as you saw in the title and what I teased earlier today in my post, is this is going to be a video. There's going to be a lot more topics going on, but this is going to be a video I love by the fireplace. I really do. Another good one that no one talks about. No feedback from me. I'm off the clock. What's going on, Mark? Oh, and we'll talk about Mark in a second too, man. Mark had a crazy, awesome video yesterday. What's going on, Carlos? 10 cents worth. How you doing? Yeah, everybody. This is sort of a collaborative mind, and not only for us on the live. Thank you so much, Winston. But also, I'll leave this video up for other people to watch as well. Um, and it's ways to get. I've done a video on this before of ways that I've learned to get free fragrances, whether they're samples, decants, whatever. And it's just something that I'd like to share with you guys because it's great to get free stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff? Even if you wind up getting it and you don't like it, like getting something free is awesome. Um, but yeah, so I'll start off with one. I mentioned this in my video that I did before. One that really works and is a great way for sampling. Just my body respects. Don't tell them how you get free fragrances. Me, Chris, between us. I'll keep my mouth shut, Mark. Um, One that I learned about that hair. Thank you. Yeah, I know it's getting way long. I always decide to let it grow during the summer for some reason when it's the hottest. Um, is if you guys have a local Sephora near you. Oh, what's going on, Kristen? Great to see you. You know what? I was just watching your video right up until I had this scheduled. Great to see you in here. That's so awesome. Maybe you'll have some insight too if you are staying. If not, just awesome to see you just stopping by. Um, but I was talking about like ways that as consumers, people can get free either samples or fragrances. That's cool. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you very much, Christian. I really appreciate that. Um, but yeah, if you guys have a local Sephora, Sephora actually has a whole bunch of fragrance. What's going on, Sam Bubbles? How you doing? And as you know, they have a wide array of designer and some what would typically may be considered niche per se. Um, at Sephora, you can actually ask them to make you good size samples. What's going on, Roberta? How you doing? Good size samples of fragrances that you can try out. And you can get up to, for most Sephoras that I've done this with, you can get up to 3 samples, and they'll actually make them. They have the empty sample sprayers there. They'll fill them up for you, and then it's a good way to try the fragrance out on your skin because, as we know, sometimes when you smell it on card or smell it anywhere else, like it just doesn't. It's good to sample before you buy it, and that's one good way to sample. Also, go into your local department stores and becoming acquainted with your sales associates. People talk bad about sales associates all the time. They're just doing their job. Yeah, 1 to 2 mil samples. But if you can get 3 of them, that's really good. Nordstrom's by us has anti-sample vials for you too. Oh wow, that's awesome. I didn't know. I wonder if my Nordstrom does. I never asked. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you, Kristen. Um, Sales associates. People talk bad about sales associates like that they're pushing fragrances. It's dangerous. They're push, you know what I mean? They're pushy. But if you become friends with sales associates, they'll wind up hooking you up when you go there to purchase something. I don't know if I should say this or not. I actually had a sales associate give me a whole sample bottle because I go to him specifically all the time at my local Macy's when I'm there picking up fragrances or just to talk or chit chat with them. He gave me a whole bottle of something not that expensive, but it was cool that he gave me this whole tester bottle of a fragrance. Really cool. I'm not saying that that's the typical or the norm. You're going to probably get sometimes some sales associates guard those freaking samples like they're the freaking nuclear launch codes. But other times, if you become friends with these sales associates, they want to keep you coming back. So have you tried Roja Dove Elysium? Yes, I have. I have a bottle right over there. I have the Parfum Cologne version. Another way, and this is one that I don't partake in that much because I feel weird doing this now, but I have partaken in it before. Now, as a reviewer, it feels weird to do it for myself. I'm not talking about anybody else. Is content creators. A lot of times, content creators, myself, other content creators, they're willing to, don't think that you become a content creator and you get free stuff. Most of the stuff that I've given out has come out of my own pocket, and that's because I like sharing my stuff with everybody. I'm very friends with my local sales associate. Bought a few bottles. She hooked me up with Invictus. Nice, awesome, awesome. That's a that's a big one to get. But supporting content creators are nice, Carlos, are always are sometimes willing to go out of their way to buy something to share with people. And I'm not saying just to follow content creators for that. Go there to show them support. But in your support, content creators are sometimes willing to give things back. Um, it's something that I enjoy doing. It's something that I know a lot of content creators enjoy doing. And I'm not just talking about here on YouTube. I'm talking Instagram too. There's a lot of content creators on Instagram that are freaking rock stars on Instagram. My man, Mr. Cologne 76, just celebrated getting his over 10,000 subscribe or 10,000 follower. Mr. Cologne 76 is doing awesome things. He's doing a huge, I mean, if you're on Instagram, go and you don't follow him by chance, go follow him now because he's actually doing a huge giveaway, like Fort and Manly bottles, all that. And he is a great guy, really nice guy. He has this awesome show on Sunday called Scent Provoking Sundays. Really great creator, really great guy. And also, he was also a Navy corpsman as well. So he has. I have it actually in the description. If you look in the description, I put Mr. Cologne because I did plan on talking about him. I put Mr. Cologne 76's Instagram down in the description. It's at Mr. Cologne 76. Really awesome. He has probably like the most amazing smile ever, and he's just such a really great positive guy. He has great feedback and just really has a passion. And he's sort of pioneering that whole Instagram thing. He's someone that I look up to, period, let alone in that whole Instagram realm. He's doing really good, innovative things. And we talk a lot, and he's just a really nice guy. But supporting content creators is another great way to get free stuff. Thank you very much. I do random stuff. I appreciate that. Another, this is one that, as once again, I hate. First of all, I don't really like calling myself a reviewer. A content creator is okay, but as a content creator, I feel weird doing this. But just asking companies to send you samples and stuff like that. I know a guy that I'm following who just started a channel. His name is Josh Poke. Really active in the community. He just started his channel. It's called Smells Like. He just did a video on how he got samples from Hermes and from the Hermescence line, like the really high-end niche Hermes fragrances. He got big. I'm talking about probably about 3 mil samples. I don't remember the size, but they were pretty big. Not your regular 1 or 2 mils. They were big samples. And Josh, he did a whole video just telling you guys how to do that too. He's putting out awesome content. He's a great guy, really great guy, and he's excellent singer. Yes, another good point, Carlos. Excellent singer. His singing channel is awesome. Having an email is huge for content creators. I just started mine 2 weeks ago, and it's flooded with emails. That's awesome. It's anyone has his link, hit me up, and after this, it's called Smells Like. He's done a couple of videos now, and he's doing a really good job. And he sits in this cool little thing that looks like a throne. I do need to do an email too. Mine's from high school. Yeah, I think mine is from high school too. It's like Frozen Heat or something like that. I thought it was a hacker. The weird thing is I haven't figured out yet myself. Raptor Quest. I remember that was your email. That's right. I personally haven't, as a creator, haven't figured out how to reach out to companies yet. Most stuff that's been sent to me has been they've reached out to me. I don't know how to ask. I don't know if that's just me being stubborn or if that's me being I love your intros and outros. You talking about me, Carlos? Beauty, you still have the meow in your name. Um, yeah, so I haven't figured out a way how to ask. What's going on, Mark? How you doing? Uh, BCat, how you doing? Um, yeah, so for myself, that's been something hard for me to do. I know a lot of companies that have people reach out to and stuff like that. I have I don't know how to ask those kind of things without sounding. I mean, not that I am pompous, not, but I don't know how to ask for someone to send me something without sounding pompous. Does that make sense? Like I always feel bad reaching out. I know, same thing with me. Same thing with me. I usually reach out and ask for what to buy rather than oh Kristen, that's actually a good way. I also like supporting the art. Exactly. Me too. Me too. I've had things offered to me that I flat out wind up buying because of what you call it, because I want to support the brand. That's awesome. um, Someone asked about Park Phones Vintage. What do I think about them? I think asking for a date, lose it or use it or lose it. Good job. Good point, Carlos. Park Phones Vintage. That's one that I see a lot of reviewers reviewing, and that's you know what that's not I don't it's good to get other people's opinions on a fragrance. It's good to get a bunch of other people's opinions on a fragrance, and these fragrances are trying to get their information out there, so they send out these things so that they can get all these opinions. It gives them exposure. um you get good feedback and response. You get multiple different views from fragrances. Parfums Vintage, I don't have that much experience. They haven't sent me anything. I've tried things from samples. I liked the Intense, but I'm sort of getting sick of Aventus clones, to be honest. Um, oh, thank you, Mark. It's marketed, yeah, like gratis, exactly, exactly. Or yeah, it's just um it gets the word out there. So I know a lot of people complain about when they see um, a bunch of reviews at once. Personally, I like getting the different opinions because, first of all, I've only been a reviewer for a short while. I'm a fan of reviewers. I'm a fan of fragrances. I'm a fan of people that are talking in this conversation here. Um, so I like getting perspectives on scents and then trying to figure out, obviously, the most important thing is trying it for myself and seeing how it works on my skin. Um, One that I'm loving and one that I'm sure Beauty Meow Kristen loves too, a house that I've been sampling and I'm loving sampling them is 4,160 Tuesdays. Um, as long as we're honest and companies are enthusiastic about honest reviews and transparent. Exactly. Exactly. And that's one thing I know, Kristen, that you're always 100% upfront um, all the time with your stuff. Sarah is amazing. And you know what? I'm so excited for your passion project too. That news was really cool. It's really cool to see someone as a content creator getting their passion project started. What's going on, Chris? Um, so that was so cool to hear. I'm actually tomorrow I was gonna talk to you about that, Kristen. Um, yeah, I hope it gets funded all the way too because it sounds awesome, and I know you've been talking about it for a while, so that's what really makes it exciting to see, like that you've been working on this passion project, and with me really starting to enjoy it. Like I said, I have a bottle of White Queen, and I've sampled a bunch before, but now I'm sampling like a bunch of the 4,160 Tuesdays, and I'm really really liking them. What's going on, Lee? Um, from like I said, I'm wearing Centerpiece tonight. There's obviously Oh My Soul. Oh, no problem, Kristen. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. She is Kristen is always upfront and honest. Um, Oh My Soul, Centerpiece. One that I haven't heard people talk about that I'm really, really liking is Another Kiss by the Fireside by 4160 Tuesdays. Smoky, little bit incensey, a little bit of rose, but just done so well. Sarah just does these fragrances so well. Tarte Knickers is great. You know what? And I love Sarah's quirkiness with naming her scents. She's really, really cool. What do you think of the guide 2018? The guide, you know what? I think that it's a good read. I think that it's an interesting read. Um, but that's just one person's opinion. Luca Turin, obviously, you know what? Really respected and really he knows what he's talking about. But in the end, it's opinion. One person's opinion or two people's opinions. I'm sorry. It's two people's opinions. So I read it, but I don't take it as church. People are reading that like it's the Bible because the fact that it's called Perfumes the Guide. Some people may, it's opinion, and everyone's entitled to their own. So Sarah's doing perfume masterclass. Oh, I know. I wish I lived up around that way. We talk about reviewing Tupperware up in all right. Yeah, exactly. So it's controversial, but you know what? Some of the fragrances that he thought were 1 stars that I tried, I think are great. I think are phenomenal. Some, you know what, I agree with. Some are great. It's just opinion, just like his opinion. Like form your own. Realize he's coming from chemistry. Exactly. He does have the chemistry background. Some of his 1 star, exactly. Like you love some of his 1 stars, and same thing with me. I really enjoy a lot of his 1 stars. Um, some things he went on little rants about, and and some things he you know what it is. I respect what he does. Vocal minority group do a vocal minority goes off to YouTube over Dua and Vintage or Jeremy Fragrance, and then masses just follow the lynch mob, whoever whatsoever. You know what? Here's the thing. With that whole thing, Dua this, that, fragrance this, Jeremy that. Like I said, I've said this multiple times in multiple live streams. I stay in my own lane. When I am worried about what other people are doing, what's going on in other people's lives, when I'm worried about this, that, or the other thing, I'm taking hard-earned energy and hard-earned mental focus off of myself and what I could be doing to better myself. And I don't only conduct that the way I do my channel, I conduct that in life. If I'm worried about other things going on out there through other people, other people's political views, other people's this, other people's that, blah, 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 blah. I've been there before. I've done that. I'm too old to worry about it now. I just worry about what I want to do to better myself and then move on. Like other intimate conversations I could have with my friends, but obviously, you know what? It is what it is. I don't have any of the opinions. Genuinely really appreciate it. I like how you think. Keep it up. Thank you very much. It's a big deal in frag companies, more in my opinion. It is. But you know what? That's where it falls on the individual as well. Don't ever take what anybody says as the word. Don't take what I say as the word. Try things out for yourself. If you realize And you take this how you will. Take this how you will. I never tell people that they have to buy something or that they don't have to buy something. I say try it. That's all I can. I can't tell you what to do because something I may hate may be something that you enjoy, and I don't want to rob you of that in thought. My opinion's my opinion, and you're allowed to have yours as well. Um, really, really off topic. Thank you very much. Um, Too old to worry about that. Good on you, bro. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's just all that stuff. You know, I don't want to see bad things happen to anybody. I want to see people prosper. I want to see good things. When all that drama starts, I tend to look the other way and worry about myself and worry about how I can do better in life. It just helps out my situation, and I follow this Japanese philosophy called Kaizen. Kaizen stands for it's a Japanese work philosophy, but it stands for constant daily incremental improvement. And that doesn't mean in any one particular spot. What's going on, Dallas? How you doing, man? Um, Kaizen is the work philosophy of just working to better. Yo, what's going on, Victor? Hey, what are you doing up, man? That's crazy. Um, yeah, the constant daily incremental improvement. I'm trying to work on myself and how to better myself, whether it's socially, mentally, physically, educational, something that I do better than the day before. It helps build me as a person. Um, Another thing I wanted to talk about, it's sort of transition from the last topic we were talking about free fragrances and all that. Is I just want a partial bottle of Ultra Just while I was watching. Nice, that's awesome. Score. Um, is another, and I know a lot of you guys check this out as well. Is For those that don't know, there is a site I learned about from watching one of the reviewers that I really respect as well, which is Sebastian. This is sort of a transition from the last topic we were talking about free fragrances, but also into this website, which is called Cephalabon. Um, First of all, I checked out Cephalabon initially because of Sebastian suggesting it. He was doing bottle giveaways and stuff like that, which they do on Cephalabon. But more so than that, I mean, they do the bottle giveaways, they do sample giveaways. Is the writing on there? I have become enamored with reading the articles about the fragrances in Cephalabon. The cast of writers and journalists that they have in Cephalabon, I wish I can't describe things like that. I wish that I was able to write the way that these people write about fragrances. It it inspires me to be better in description, but it's just I'm so in awe when I read a lot of these I know like the authors' names, Gail Gross, Ida Meister. There's so many that just contribute to Cephalabon, and I enjoy reading it. And more and more, I'm starting to look into more fragrance blogs as well because to read those written words, some people have talent when they come to writing about fragrances, and that's why I enjoy. Ida is a riot in real life. Really, really, I never met. I've talked to her on several occasions just because I enjoyed reading about her so much, and I told her that everything that she has written, I have become so interested in just by the way that she writes. Just read there on Roger 51. I just read that too. I just read that too. I met her in Dallas. Oh, awesome. That's cool. Yeah, it's just she's so like her writing is just so amazing. I wish that I could describe fragrances like her. Just really, I enjoy reading, but to read those things, or the way that she writes, and I'm sure she's, I mean, to read her things, I'm sure she's amazing in real life. Um, Obviously, another place that has fragrance blogs is Fragrantica, which actually I read some of the blogs on there as well that are written by the contributors. One who happens to be John Beeble, obviously, the owner of 4160 Tuesday, or not 4160 Tuesday, I'm sorry, January Scent Project, I'm sorry. Really, really awesome guy as well. It's an art for us for sure, for writers to have the ability to help see and visualize through word. Exactly. It's funny because the way that these people write, it sort of triggers olfactive synapses, not to where you smell it, but you can imagine what it smells like, if that makes sense. Not so much smelling it per se, but imagining what it smells like just through their written word. Um, Really, really incredible, and just really, really enjoy that. Exactly. Mine is mine is too. My writing is horrible. My writing is horrible. Sometimes prefer exactly. So, and that's what I'm starting to enjoy too. That's what I'm starting to enjoy too, is a lot of the written reviews. Like they just get so eloquent and so well. Give them a Grammy. Yes, it makes sense. Quite clever. And to read those, like I inspire you to check those offerings out. One cool way that I keep, like I said, Cephalbon is one of the main ones that I check out. One cool way that I keep up to date with them is I use their RSS feed. So I have the RSS feeder on my phone to where I don't have to check the website all the time. It just updates the RSS feed, and I can just read every article as they come through. So if you have an RSS feed on your phone, you could just download their RSS link and get updates whenever they post a new article. So it's really cool to keep up to date on like new articles that they're putting out and all that. One of the ones that I enjoy reading was the notes from a perfumer. It's really, really well written stuff. But does anybody else have any insights on how to, let's go back to the free fragrance thing. Does anybody else have insights on how you can get free fragrances? I'd like to keep this open. And Kristen, I appreciate you giving your feedback, and Mark as well. What are your experiences with getting free stuff? Sometimes it is hard to, you know, get stuff from, like I said, some sales associates. They tend to guard those samples or things like that. Another good way to get something for free, well, you consider this free, is if you have a fragrance that you're not wearing, or one that you bought blindly that you don't enjoy, or one that you just don't see yourself wearing anymore, being active on social media fragrances. So dedicating to Instagram and Twitter fragrances, reaching out and asking. That is important. I find Instagram is a place that a lot of people have reached out to me. Um, as a content creator and as people in general, that was a good way for it as Instagram. Even if you're not a reviewer, they like to share. Exactly. I just had a friend, a good friend here locally in Philly. He just got reached out by a company and just to review, because he posts fragrance stuff too, floating at the counter. Well, become influential, so the brands want it with samples. Yeah, that's true. I built relationships with people working in retail, so they offer me. That's awesome. That's awesome, Lee. Um, and like I said, I have to become better at asking, I guess. Like I said, it's just something I always feel weird doing in the situation I'm in. But you know what? As long as like I'm being honest and stuff like that, and I'm not try. I don't ever expect free stuff. I don't ever expect companies to reach out to me. I don't ever ask why companies don't reach out to me. I don't so because I don't ever expect them to. When they do, it's obviously awesome, but I never expect those things. So it's always cool when they do. Um, but also, by the way, so I'm gonna be doing. You ever come up to here to Canada? sample anything in my collection. I'm sure of that, Mark. I'm sure of that. Asking, not demanding. Exactly. Exactly, Kristen. I agree. Another cool thing. I'm not sure if you guys saw this video yet. If you didn't, go check it out. I mean, you can go check it out right now. You can leave this live. You can leave this live stream because it's that cool. I don't know if you guys saw Mark's video last night. His video idea. He is doing a March Madness bracket. There's 2 full brackets of over, I think it's like 100 fragrances or a little bit less, but it's for you guys. It's for the viewers to participate in. And he's going to make videos and stuff like that. And then you're going to be able to vote to where the viewers are going to be able to pick the ultimate #1 designer fragrance that is out there. I think that's a really, really cool idea. There's 2 huge full brackets. It's up right now. Oh man, I'm gonna check that out. I might have to log off early here. But yeah, that's the CK Shock versus Lamal, right? I know my opinion, but I'll wait till I get to the video because I don't want to sway anybody else's. Well, your collection being so large, how many have you gone off to you? That's so I'm excited to watch that. I usually know more about the fragrances than people, the sales counters, because it's a passion for me, not a job. And you know what? But they're doing their job. You know, it's and it's not like they're doing something bad by trying to sell something. Yes, sometimes we may know more than some of them, but you know, they're just trying to show us, you know, don't be arrogant to them. I've had more to come to me in the mail. But yeah, so another cool thing is I have to thank Mark for this just in video. I texted him last night. So when downloaded the brackets, because you can download actually the brackets. I still have to fill mine out. I gotta print it up. But you can actually download the brackets of all the designer fragrances. They're sectioned off each. There's, like I said, 2 real big brackets with around 100 fragrances on them total. Each bracket was named after just random YouTubers. And he happened to put, like, Mark happened to put me as one of the sections, and I really appreciate that. Like, even though it may seem like something small to somebody else, I really appreciated that, Mark. That was really, really cool. So hashtag Team Heart Note, which is I think me, Chris from Fragmental, Daver, and Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. So hashtag Team Heart Note. And then base note, I think, is Big Beer B, Redolescence. Who else was on there, Mark? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Team base note was Big Beer B, My Mickers, Redolescence, and Al from Street Sense, right? Yes, Al from Street Sense. See, I have the brackets. Like I said, I've been looking them over. Man, there's gonna be some hard fights, but I also think that there's gonna be some upsets as I looked at the brackets, and I'm gonna try to maybe go with the upset. Yeah. Oh yes, exactly. I'm not saying that you treated them. I'm saying that some people come off like that they know better, and then they sort of come off cocky to the people. Lamal is having a hard time with shock rate. Really? What? I gotta get over there. Unacceptable. I guess we know which one I'm picking. As far as new videos, have you seen the fragrance reviewers' latest about Lucaturin's? Spoiler alert, Lucaturin shows up in the comments and the subscriber flips him off and laughs. Really? Really? Hey, hey, like I said, if Luchasaurus comes in here, I doubt he will because it's not in the title or anything like that. If he comes in here, like I said, I have nothing against him. He obviously he knows what he's doing. He has the background in chemistry. Um, but it's his opinion in the end, and take that for what you will. People, I haven't seen that though. I'll have to. Yo, what's going on, Gary? I was actually gonna call you tonight. I actually, you work tomorrow? I actually want to hit you up tomorrow. Um, but yeah, it's just he's allowed his opinion, and his opinion has a lot of support through his background and stuff like that. But I'm just as well allowed to have mine. So not that anybody has to listen to mine or anything like that. I will definitely. Not that anyone has to listen to mine or anything like that. But by the way, so I mentioned January Scent Project. And there was a person in here earlier. I mentioned this on my Instagram about a week ago, and I'm going to be putting out this video this week. This viewer of mine, Tom Schroeder, reached out to me because he saw my 10 niche for life video. And one of the fragrances that were on there was this bad boy. January Scent Project Smolder Rose. Actually, Kristen, you may have smelled this down when Tina and Lola were down near you. Smoky rose, crushy cell, greenness. Just, I love. Good night. This is an incredible. For right now, this is my favorite rose scent. And I mentioned that I had a 30 ml bottle, which I put a little dent in, but I plan on getting a 100 ml bottle. Well, this gentleman Tom reached out to me, and he said that he had a 100 ml bottle that he would want to send me. Lamont, I would have to try that. If you would have told me 10 years ago that rose would have been one of my favorite notes in a fragrance, I would have thought you were crazy. But here we are. Tom sent me a 100 ml bottle out of the kindness of his heart. Now, most of the times, I wouldn't accept something from a viewer because they can make money off it, or they can sell it, or this, and this. But me and Tom came to an agreement. Rose Bouvet by a different company. I'll have to try that, Mark. Me and Tom came to an agreement that what we'll do, he sent me the 100 ml bottle, which, Tom, I don't know if you're still watching or not. I am forever grateful. But now what that allows me to do is, with this 100 ml bottle, I'm not going to need this anymore. So this is a 30 ml bottle. There's about 5 mils missing out of it. I'm going to, I don't know why a message was retracted if I didn't do that. I don't really retract people's messages. But I'm going to be doing a giveaway of this later this week. Granted, it's not a full bottle. But what me and Tom came to the agreement is the only way that I would accept that is if I gave this away in his name. And Tom, I'm forever grateful for you sending this, and I'm sure people will be forever grateful that you were able to provide this. What's going on? Yo, what's going on? How you doing? Have you had the jet? All right, Kristen, have a great night. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing the giveaway of this later this week. Thank you so much for stopping by, Kristen. I really appreciate it. That's so awesome. Have a great night. So yeah, look for that later this week. I'll be doing a giveaway, which goes with hand in hand with us talking about free fragrances. I guess that's a shameless self-promotion there. But yeah, so it's been a little bit harder pumping out videos with having last week I was sick. 2 weeks before that, I had my equipment stolen. Um, so now that things have settled, I'm going to be able to start filming a lot more content. Time for me to go too. Mark, have a great night. I'll be commenting on your video in a little bit as well. Time is running on this. So, yeah, so I'll be having, I have a couple of videos that I've been tagged in that I'm going to be putting out those videos between this and next week as well. Really excited to do those. I have a couple of my own lists that I'll be coming out with to show you guys. Nothing top 10 or anything like that. Just different lists that I made, just stuff that I like. So yeah, I'm really excited to get that out to you guys. I have a couple new things coming out, and maybe next week. Does anyone get Ultramal vibes from you know what? I don't, Mark, but I seen more than one person mention that. Thank you, Danny. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate you letting them know. Um, there's what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing a long. Yo, what's going on, Joe? How you doing? I'm gonna be doing a beast mode fragrance list this coming week. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of different things. So look out for those. A lot of cool people. There's a lot of videos that I have to catch up on myself. Like I said, with being wrecked last weekend, I dropped the ball on watching a lot of reviewers, and I got backed up. But I will be getting back on hand. I will be doing a couple new reviews of some new fragrances. Um, as far as any of the content creators or anybody else, what do you guys have? I mean, don't spoil anything, but looking forward to seeing your guys' content too. I know you have a lot of guys. I know a lot of guys out here would have some great stuff. Victor, I know, just got his new wide angle lens, which I'm excited to see how that works out. I got some new lighting and some new things that I picked up that I'm just gonna start. That I'm just gonna start nicely, awesome. That I'm gonna start using this week. So yeah, look forward to all that. Um, nice, awesomely, awesome. Um, but yeah, other than that, guys, I think we're gonna. Does anybody else have any information about how to get free fragrances or anything like that before we end off the night? Like I said, a lot of people put in some great input. A lot of people giving great advice. I appreciate everyone really coming in and supporting. Really means a lot. Um, yeah, everyone. Victor, did I tell you? Victor, did you tell? Oh yeah. No, that I do know. That I do know. This one was more of a consumer video for consumers more so than reviewers. Because I want to leave this video up for other people to watch later on to learn about how to get whether they're free samples, bottles, stuff like that. There are ways ways that I've learned throughout this time. And I hope people take advantage of it. Nonetheless, everyone, thank you so much for coming in and participating. You know that it always means a lot to me, everyone. Love you guys. And as always, and most importantly, go frag yourselves. Love y'all. Have a good night.